All right, what's up, guys? Today we're going to look at the Dimensional Predator and the team I used and the theory behind it, and it'll hopefully help you build your own Dimensional Predator team to clear this monster boss thing. Um, it should be cleared every time, regardless. Like some people, I don't think do it because it's hard or they lose a couple times, but it is one of the best rewards in the game and is the best use of your time to build things and your dimensional hole energy. I mean, if you one-shot it, it's one energy equals one rune with amazing stats. And the runes always have better stats than they should. Like, here's the stats for this time. So the speed, slot 2 rage is 1 crit above max, 2 crit damage above max, 1 attack above max, and 1 accuracy above max. So it starts at over 100%. And that's the same on everyone. Like the crit damage, same thing. The defense, they always start as the best possible version of a rune you could get. So talking about the drops this month, briefly, before we get into the team, I chose the speed slot 2 rage rune on both accounts. And the reason for that is that you're going to need one-ish rage set in PvP, usually. And this is the most efficient way to get that set, is my thought. On Keyflower, I don't even have a single speed slot 2 legend. So that was an easy one. It's a completely rare rune that has the perfect stats. The accuracy is really good for a lot of monsters that use Rage, as far as a stat you wouldn't want. The only way this could be better is instead of the accuracy, you had HP. But the accuracy is welcome. It'll be used in a lot of things. So that's the slot 2. The crit damage is not bad. The set is the problem. It's a full 4 grindable, which is great. But you'll always want a better set, you know. The blade, I could see taking the blade for a lot of people. You know, if you have a certain defense monster that doesn't need will, it's a no-brainer here. For PvE, it would be really, really good for like a Fenyang or something like that. The Endure rune, again, really, really nice for a monster you don't need will on that needs resist. Like I think I saw Stoic take it for his Artamiel, right? Beautiful. That's a great use for it. Really, really nice. I think the defense is probably the best rune of the bunch, the most likely to be used. But you know, I think Nem, Endure, Blade are all kind of on the same like playing field in terms of their usefulness. So I don't think you can really go wrong depending on which one you want. I already had a couple of Nem runes because I've been farming Lunia nonstop and that's all I farm. So another one in slot 4, if it didn't roll perfect speed, doesn't really do anything for me because I've already got a bunch that need to be reapped. So if I had to reapp this one, I'm probably not going to reapp a Nem defense. So it wouldn't be first in line to reapp, so I'd reapp all the will first. So that's why I went with the Rage rune. It's unique. It's for one certain set. It only has one thing you need to grind if you ever, you know, need to grind it. That's the big problem on Keyflower. I have no grinds and I have no inclination to farm for them. So it'll just be what it is, you know. All right, so that's the runes real quick. Breaking down the team. Actually, let's look at some of the teams people use. We can look at those. Strategy deck. So this top team with the Lucian is pretty standard. I don't think the Lulu is as standard. I've seen a lot of people use the Lulu. It has cleanse, which is great. It has immunity. I think you want Fran no matter what. You need that attack buff because it seems like the cutoff in this dungeon is being unable to do enough attack on the boss. So having the Fran, I think, is key. I think the Crow is really key. The Crow can break the shield of the right mini-boss in one shot. Does consistent defense break. Very, very nice. My team I like the best is actually this one right here. This is the team I used on both accounts. It's the top one. I cleared it in one shot both times, so yay, not using extra energy. But it's Verd, Bella, Crow, Fran, and Cocky. Cocky is kind of a premier unit for this content. He does everything you want, right? He defense breaks pretty consistently on skill 1. Love that. He has an AoE, which clears the mini-boss, which is great. He's built naturally tanky, which is awesome. And his stat profile is really, really nice. Like, you can just build him with lots of attack and lots of defense, and it's all good, right? He benefits from the Fran. He benefits from the defense break. And now you're looking at 3 defense breaks, a turn cycling unit, your heal cleanse from Fran, your heal bar boost from Bella. It's just really, really nice. This is absolutely the team I recommend. Lucian fails in a lot of ways that Cocky succeeds. He's not as tanky. There's a lot of the way the stats work in here, you need to build for it. And Cocky is really, really nice in that way. Like Lucian, anything you build over 150 crit damage, the first 150 crit damage is wasted because the boss or the dungeon gives you 150 crit damage on all your units for free no matter what. So let's say your Lucian has 180 crit damage and 100% crit. all that crit damage, all those stats on those runes were wasted except for the last 30 crit damage. So that's a lot of stats that are wasted. That might mean your entire slot 4 was wasted, right? It's given to you by the dungeon for free. Whereas Cocky on triple attack gets the crit damage, doesn't need the crit damage, and is using all his stats, I guess, is my thought on that. So based on that knowledge of how I like to build this dungeon, let's look at my units and how they're built. They have not changed since I ran it. So I believe this is the Verd. No, this is not the Verd I brought, actually. This is my normal dungeon Verd. Lots of crit damage, right? But I like the Violent Verd on Will. You want as many things on Will as possible because the thing where it gives you the dots that are infinite dots that you have to cleanse or deal with. Here's the artifacts. Those, and he's on attack, crit rate, HP. Oh, that needs to be maxed. But he's 100 crit rate, but he's 150 crit damage, even though he's only 81, right? So I got all these other stats for free because it gives me 150 crit rate. And 150 crit rate is enough for anything in this dungeon. So you can build all your extra stats into HP, attack, lots of speed. This guy's, 210 speed. So that's my Verd. Here's my Fran. Here she is. 88 crit rate. We got crit rate on slot 4. Not a great rune, but good enough. You need everybody to chip in, especially when you're running double healers. So everybody chipping in is the way to do it. So she is 88 crit rate, 150 crit damage. Like, the dungeon gives it to you for free. You need a little bit of accuracy on her. You need a little bit of accuracy on everybody. But the main thing I think is super important is crit rate matters. Crit damage doesn't. And you want pretty much everything on crit rate. You want Fran's turns to be impactful and do a bunch of damage. It amplifies your damage. It's really, really nice. Here's the Bella. You'll sense a trend. Crit rate, slot 4. And I just leave these monsters as this, even in between, so that needs to be fixed. Even in between Dimensional Predators, because they're fine. They're good enough. They've got so many stats. Like, look at this Bella. He's 250 speed, Violent Will, right? Double check. No, Violent Focus, not Will. Accuracy, 84. Apparently, I really want to land those defense breaks. And then enough HP, enough defense. It's fine. And it crits a ton. So that's by far the recommended build. Here's the one that I think I've highlighted before that is really, really, really nice. So here's the Crow. Look at that attack. 2,800 plus attack, 168 speed, 69% accuracy. Nice. You need that accuracy. He needs to land that defense break. He needs to land the Scar move, So here's the build. Defense attack, doesn't matter. Attack, attack, attack. And I like the attack if you can get the crit rate from subs. Because you probably have a bunch of random attack slot 4s that do everything you want. I mean, look at this. It's got crit rate, it's got accuracy, it's got speed. If I was willing to put any sort of a gem or a grind into it, it would have more HP, but I'm unwilling. But it's perfect for this monster. Gives him crazy stats. So this is a Crow that I'm getting almost 100 crit damage in rolls for free, which I think is awesome. It's so good. 100 crit damage for free that the boss just gives you. So I can take all those rolls, all those stats, and pour them into accuracy, speed, crit rate, attack, and get this beast of a Crow that's 2,800 attack, 100 crit rate, 150 crit damage, 69 accuracy. I mean, it's so good. And it's that little bit that pushes you over that makes the content manageable and clearable. So I like this. I've kind of found it over the last couple months, and I like it, and I swear by it. All right, here's the Cocky. Violent Will. So we're on attack, attack, attack. Because, Cocky. He's got crazy attack. He has crit damage, but it doesn't matter. His accuracy is a little low on 25. I think, did I boost him up with the artifact? That sounds like something I would do. Yeah. So plus 14. So he's 39% accuracy. And he does a great job. He does plenty of AoE on the mini-boss. He's nice, consistent damage and defense break on the boss. Like, think about Lucian's 1 and Lucian's 2. Like, how impactful are they when you're waiting on the 3? Not much. What does Lucian's 3 do if it doesn't have attack buff? I don't feel like it does as much as Cocky, at least on this build. So that's how I recommend you build your team, just like that. It works really, really great, and I'm going to stick with that for forever. The only one I would do better would be the Bella off the Focus set and onto a Will set, and I could, because he's at 84. I don't think I need 84, so might make a little tweak on that, but having one monster off Will is not the end of the world. But ideally, they'd all be on Will. I mean, you should get every advantage you can. Okay, so that's my short and sweet with my stats, how to clear Dimension Predator for this month. And additional months, they're all about the same. You just need to tweak which monster does what, depending on elemental disadvantage. But I have saved my rune, so we're going to roll it up and see how it goes. I believe it is... Yeah, here's my rune. And look, I didn't even know I was being smart, but I get the first 6 rolls for free, so I can save on that, keep that 276 million mana, keep it for myself. save on that the first 6 rolls. So we're going to see how it goes. We'll see how these rolls go. The only thing you don't want is low rolls. Low rolls destroy these runes. You can turn a legend rune into a purple rune with a couple low rolls. It's really sad. The next thing I would prefer to avoid would be more than 1 roll into accuracy. 2 would be okay. 3 is a little much, and 4 is like, what am I doing with this thing? Like, it's a lot. But we'll see. I've got a Daphnis. Daphnis. Daphnis would be perfect for this because he needs all these things. So let's roll it out and see how we do. I think crit rate is the most valuable roll. You want to load up on crit rate on your slot 2s. Gimme. Uh-oh, we already got an accuracy roll, and it was really low. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think that's the minimum. Yikes. I'm already doing the things I'm trying to avoid. Hey, we got a crit roll. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so a 5 out of 6. That's good. Let's get another crit roll. We'll take 1 accuracy. I mean, we'll probably get 2 more, but at least we didn't get 4. That was the main goal, not getting 4 accuracy rolls. Come on. Crit roll. I guess we're still trying to get +8. Crit damage is fine, but crit rate is the best. Because you can get enough crit damage from your slot 4. And attack, you can get it from the slot 6. But loading up on crit on your slot 2 is like, that's the good stuff. Okay, attack. What is that? 9. So that's an 8, right? No. That's a 7. Okay, 1 off. That's perfect. We'll take it. So the rolls are looking pretty good. We're 1 off on the crit. We're 1 off on the attack. A really low accuracy roll, just sad. But, what are you going to do? All right, final one. It'll probably go crit damage. It'll be one of those 1 in each, right? Those seem to pop up pretty often. And ideally, I was really hoping I would get the attack grind from the boss. It gives you those little boxes of extra grinds and stuff, but I didn't. I got energy stuff, which was sad. Getting an attack grind off the kill and then taking the rage rune has got to be like the best feeling ever. Hey, look, it did 1 of each, right? So that was a max crit damage roll, a 1 off max crit rate roll, a 1 off max attack roll, and a really, really sad +4 accuracy roll. Cool. This rune is very, very, very usable. Oh, sadness. I am not farming that. I've got some of these, though, from before. But not the one I need, apparently. I could make something into... I think I'm keeping the accuracy, because that's a lot of accuracy, and it's hard to get it. Like, you can't grind it, but it's tempting to throw an HP and grind it. Do I have it? Oh, I do have a grind. That's tempting, but I'm not going to do that right now. So let's compare this rune to my other runes. So here's this one. I look at the crit rate, crit damage, attack. Really, really nice. 30, 42... 44 versus this one is 27, 37, 47, 44 grinded. So you can already see the difference there. I think this is a purple, yeah. So 44 grinded. And then here, I mean, it's what? 43 plus the crit is 49. And then this one's not that kind of rune. So already my best damage dealer rage rune by quite a bit because it's ungrinded better than the one that's grinded. So that'll get into play right away with that nice accuracy. I think I'm keep that accuracy because it's hard to get up 1 roll in accuracy from anything else. Like you're killing a roll that you can't make up somewhere, even though it's a really low roll. Anyway, so that's a lot of stuff. This is a great roll. Could have been a lot worse. This is usable. There's versions of this rune that are not usable, which is sad. So I hope that helped talking through Dimensional Predator. I don't feel like I needed to play through it to explain it because the play is the same. The strategy is the same. There's no like, here's my secret thing I do. I attack this thing in this way. No, everybody plays it the same way. But the philosophy of how to rune your monsters and prepare them can vary. And if you're not doing it right, you're going to be frustrated. You're going to hate it. So yeah, I would do it that way. If you have not worked on your guild towers, you're going to have a hard time because it's guild content, isn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just regular content. I should probably check into that. Ignore that. That might be wrong. Your arena towers, though, they work here. So definitely, get those arena towers up. That'll help you out in the future. All right, guys. Good luck to everybody on their Dimension Predator. If you've not gotten the rune, good luck on your rolls. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.